For the UMass Lowell Hockey Riverhawks, the future, well, begins this weekend. It is all Hockey East from here until the end of the season. The Riverhawks this weekend at the University of Vermont for games Friday and Saturday nights against the Catamounts up at the Gutterson Fieldhouse. Joining us, the head coach of your Riverhawks, Norm Bazin. And Norm, welcome.
Welcome to you, Bob.
And yeah, the future begins now. From here on in, it's all Hockey East, and I guess this is where we determine what type of season this is.
No question. It'll be an exciting finish for everyone in our league, and it seems like a few teams are on a roll, so it'll be even more exciting.
I guess I'm anxious to talk about the weekend ahead, but first, it's not fair to not at least touch on the weekend gone by. Your quick analysis as the Riverhawks were winners on consecutive nights at Clarkson, 2-1 and 6-2 the second night.
Yeah, I thought we played two good hockey games. I thought the first one we got better as the game went along. The second one, I thought we started where we left off the first night, and we played a strong 60 minutes. So overall, you got to be pleased when you take 4 points from the North Country, because it doesn't happen very often.
What impressed me the second night was kind of the tempo all night long. It seemed as though this team played with edge, played with, as you're fond of saying, urgency. And I think if I've asked in the past about a definition of it, I think one would hold up now. The second Clarkson game kind of as a definition of urgency.
No question. I thought we pressured the puck wherever the puck was, and that's the way we want to play when we're effective.
Watching practice earlier today, it struck me that a lot of what we were doing was at a very high tempo. Is that one of the points of emphasis?
Yeah, we want to play that way the rest of the year, and I feel we have good skaters, but it's a matter of moving your feet, and it's a matter of displaying that shift after shift. So it's a work in progress, as it always is. January is a heavy month for us, and the rest of the season is within our league, so it'll be a huge challenge for us and everyone else.
Are we ready for that challenge? Are we where we need to be going into now Hockey East, and always Hockey East?
Well, we'll find out Friday. I don't like to get too ahead of myself. I see no need to do that. It's kind of wasted energy. We're focusing on Friday, Saturday only, and Vermont's playing well. They've only lost 2 of the last 8, so we've got a huge challenge ahead of us on the road. So it'll be 2 exciting hockey games.
I'm not trying to get you to look too far down the road. I'm saying at this point in the season, are we playing the hockey you want us to play at this point in the season?
I like the way it's progressing. That's as much as I'll elaborate on that. It's from week to week it changes. I like the tempo of which we're playing. I think we're pressuring the puck, doing a better job of being in good position when we don't have the puck. And if we can continue that, we'll be a tough team.
In recent weeks, when you and I have talked, you've talked about developing good habits and consistency. And interestingly, when I was talking to some of the players in preparation for the coming weekend, I was talking to some of the guys, and one of the things, and the captain repeated this, and Chad Ruedel repeated it, that phrase about good habits, and they thought that was something that was evident in the second Clarkson game. Are our habits where we need to have them?
Yeah, they were very, very good in the second game, and most nights they are. This is a group that works fairly hard and puts the work in. Now it's a matter of putting the work in consistently on a shift-by-shift basis. And Saturday, quite honestly, if there was a lull, I didn't see it. We came in waves, and we came at them time after time. And earlier in the week, you made mention of Riley's goal starting the second period, and that's really what you want to see. A team put the other period aside, good or bad, and start off with that same energy they started the game at. So hopefully we see more of that, and like I said, we have a huge challenge on our hands this weekend.
Let's talk about this weekend. This Vermont Hockey Club, I know, they had a tough year last year, but this is a good hockey team, and people may not have put them on the radar yet, but they certainly deserve to be there.
Well, they're ahead of us in the standings. There was a 1-1 tie here when we opened the season with them. We feel they're a very good hockey team. They have a big D-core. They have fairly strong forwards, and their goaltenders playing very, very good hockey here as of late.
How do we have to approach them? Are there things that become extremely important this weekend because of who the opponent is?
Some things are important. We're going to have to be good along the walls. I feel we're going to have to be good in transition, and we're going to have to get to their goalie some way, somehow.
I know, talking with the players and noting how well they played at Clarkson and that they've played well on the road, some of the players said they like going on the road because there are fewer distractions. This team seems very comfortable on the road.
Well, that's good to hear, because I do think there's fewer distractions at home, and the team is together. There's better opportunities to bond for the most part, and I think we can be those road warriors. However, let's judge it after the week, and it's from a week-to-week basis, and we can't get too ahead of ourselves. But I like the way we played on the road. I like the way we prepared last weekend, and I thought the guys had a good focus.
Particular points of emphasis during the week, these were the things we had to work on?
Yeah, there was. I thought we did a good job preparing for wall play, because I think there's going to be an awful lot of it this Friday, Saturday. I think we continually work on our transition, because I think we're making some steps in that department and getting to the net. Really, they have probably one guy under 6 foot, and most of them are 6'2", 6'3" on that D-core. So we're going to have to try to get to the net, which will be a huge challenge for us.
One thing we haven't talked about, and we should, penalty killing unit's absolutely been phenomenal. Penalty killing has, I guess, killed off, I think it's 23 in a row and 29 of 30, and it's been on a phenomenal stretch. Are we doing something different or unique?
No, we're just being better with our details. And earlier in the year, we were inconsistent in some respects, and more importantly, our clears, for whatever reason, were lackluster. And when you can't clear the puck, you run into a whole lot of defensive zone time that you don't want. So we're doing a better job there, and hopefully we can keep that going this weekend, because they have a very strong power play.
Last weekend, we also got our first career goals from Christian Folan and from Adam Chappie. I note that because we've gotten goals from 15 different players. And when I look at the line charts before a game, I see an awful lot of depth there.
Yeah, I think there's not a whole lot of difference between our first and our fourth, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing sometimes, but it's certainly one of those things where that's part of the reason we can play well on the road. I'm not sure who you stack up against who. It depends who shows up that night and is sharp. But overall, I think there is some depth, and it's nice to have that. And then there's some size back there, and there's two goalies. At every position, there's a lot of competition, and when you get that, it makes your practice better, and in turn, it will have an effect on the games also.
All right, let's have a terrific weekend in Burlington, Vermont.
Thank you very much, Bob.
And again, we'll remind you, the Riverhawks take on the University of Vermont Friday night at the Gutterson Fieldhouse. 7 o'clock start. Same thing Saturday night, and we hope the Riverhawk fans will travel as well. Thank you, Norm.
Thank you, Bob.